So it looks like we got an announcement, reveal slash whatever you want to call it. Not an official trailer for Sonic 4 the movie, but a casting announcement for Amy. Amy has been cast. Her voice actress, I believe, is Chris. Her name is Kristen Bell, I believe. Yes. Okay. After some information digging, it is indeed Kristen Bell who will be voicing Amy. Now, that's not necessarily what this video is about. I just wanted to start out talking about that because I will be talking about Sonic 4 the movie. This is all just speculation. This is possibly just a theory from your boy. But it's something that I think could be a really good one that we might possibly see. You never know. But it's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and today we're going to be talking about Chaotix. If you don't know anything about Chaotix, then I'm sorry. Then I guess you don't know anything about Sonic lore. Chaotix is the group of like an investigative crew that has a chameleon, the alligator, and the bee. And I'm going to let you guys figure out the character names. I already know the character names, but go search them up if you don't know anything about them. If you're like new to Sonic lore because you just watch the Sonic movies. But to me, I feel like there's a high possibility that the Chaotix could make a film appearance in Sonic 4. Now, why do I think that? Let me tell you why. I know you're wondering, and that's exactly why I'm going to answer that question. Chaotix, to me, right now, in this current moment, are having a sort of like, I guess, YouTube podcast thing where they're sort of solving a mystery on the Sonic YouTube channel, which if you want to watch that, you can go to the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel. I'm sure all the episodes are airing right now and all there. I don't know how many episodes are up right now, and I may or may not do I wasn't sure whether to do like a reaction to any of those episodes, like a watch-a-thon. If you guys want to see that, drop a like in this video. The more likes I get, the more I know people want to see that. And if I do that, it might be on the website. So it might already be up there. You never know. You might want to check at revr.com. That's revxr.com. But anyways, moving on. Chaotix are, like I said, like basically like an investigative crew. They're a team. 3 ragtag people, and Amy. The only reason why I think they're kind of like in it is because I feel like with Chaotix, when Chaotix sort of became a thing was around the Sonic Heroes era, and when that was a thing, that's when you got Amy, Cream, and the cat. And I'm gonna be honest, I think those other characters also are gonna be in Sonic 4 for sure. I think if you're gonna have Metal Sonic in a Sonic movie, I feel like, and especially considering the fact that if you guys remember the post-credit scene from Sonic 3, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I'm sorry, well, it's already been a minute since that movie came out, so I'm assuming you know. But when Metal Sonic came in that post-credit scene, it wasn't just one. It wasn't just one Metal Sonic. There were a multitude of them. And if I remember correctly, I think the film the people behind the Sonic movies made it a good point to say like they want the Sonic movies to be like Avengers level type like event movies. You know what I mean? And if you want to do that, I feel like if you're going to have multiple Metal Sonics, I feel like why not have 3 teams going at it as well? And there could be an investigation that needs to be, well, investigated in the movie. And who else but Chaotix to do it? I mean, Amy's coming to the movie. Like I said, I could definitely see Cream. I could definitely see Homeboy popping up as well. I think they're likely for sure, but Chaotix is an interesting one for me. Also, another little thing and why I think they could be an interesting thing to be secretly put into the movie, or not even secretly, but put into the movie. Like let me talk about why, another reason why I think they are, and then I'll talk about why they might not be. So another reason why I think they are is because the Sonic movie trend that has been happening lately, and I've talked about this in the last sort of like Sonic movie where I brought this up, which was, I'll put the video on the screen right now. Go back and watch that on my channel if you haven't seen it. But where I feel like the Sonic movies, every single one set a trend for Sonic media. You have Tails and Knuckles getting revived in Sonic Media. Then you have obviously Sonic 3. We got nothing but Shadow releases after that. Like it was just like Shadow galore before Sonic 3 came out. While it was in production and then post production as well. So I feel like the fact that it could just be a coincidence. It could just be a coincidence. Okay. But we got the murder of Sonic, right? And then we have this Chaotix um I want to say podcast. I'm pretty sure it's a podcast. It's like in the pre-production of Sonic 4, and Sonic 4 is like now going to be right around the corner. As soon as this year ends, we're getting Sonic 4. And I feel like Sonic 4 is an interesting time, because it will be an interesting time because it could be one of those things where these characters make a comeback. And I'm talking about the Chaotix, and they were involved in those. I'm pretty sure the murder of Sonic um was post Sonic 3. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. That game was fun, by the way. I enjoyed streaming that when I did. If you didn't catch that, go to my channel. You can watch my stream of Murder of Sonic. But anyways, I just feel like with this podcast coming out and involving Chaotix in it, I feel like why not also involve them in the movie? I feel like it kind of also would be an interesting thing to do. I think it would sort of, I mean, it would be a lot of CGI. You're going to have a lot of those characters take over the movie, and you're going to need to have less humans. Now, that's one of the reasons why I think maybe it's might not happen, is because I don't necessarily know if they even want to do that. If anything, we'll just get a soft thing with Cream, or it might just be a straight up Amy. Because one of the things that are a little bit more on the negative side as to why this might not be a thing and just a straight up theory, it might just stay a straight up theory that I just came here and wanted to yap about, is because I remember when Sonic 3 got announced, and I remember when we were all basically speculating, where's Rouge? Where's Rouge? Where's Rouge? Who's gonna play Rouge? Who's voicing Rouge? Certain person got cast in the movie, and we thought that was Rouge the Bat. We were convinced, and I even talked about it multiple times, saying like how I thought Rouge the Bat was for sure a lock in Sonic 3, and that ended up not being a thing at all. And this could be a thing with the Chaotix. They couldn't just not be in the movie, which I guess, it could be, like I said, that could be a thing. That could be something that happens based on us not even seeing Rouge yet. I feel like not seeing Rouge yet is kind of a little bit of a letdown, but if they're gonna go more into like Shadow, like galore, maybe give Shadow a TV show like they did with Knuckles, and then introduce Rouge that way. I don't know, but if you're trying to make these movies more Avengers-esque, you got to introduce more characters, especially considering that the human characters are neat, but I don't necessarily want to keep seeing them constantly involved as if they like, you know what I mean? Like if we're getting Metal Sonic at this point, they're not going to do, they can't, what are they going to do with Metal Sonic? They can't, you know what I mean? With Eggman and all that stuff infiltrating, like you get little bits here and there, but now we're getting deeper and deeper into Sonic, like lore stuff where like humans aren't necessarily the main focal point anymore, and other than Eggman and like the people Eggman's involved with, and like Gun obviously had to be a big part of the Sonic 3 movie because of Shadow. But I don't know, I just feel like we have to transition a little bit away from that, and I feel like Chaotix is a great team to put in the movie to do that transition, to do that change, and to have more characters involved, and to have a big a la Avengers fight scene at the end with Metal Sonics and all the people, because you can't just have like Super Sonic pop up again and again. Or maybe they got Hypersonic in Sonic 4. That would actually be cool. Maybe Hypersonic comes out, but I'm just saying, like, you've got to switch it up. And I feel like if you're doing Metal Sonic and you're gonna do the Metal Sonic story where it's Overlord Metal Sonic, then I feel like you're gonna have to beef it up a little bit. And that's why I think Chaotix makes sense. It makes sense to put them in there. They're honestly a cool group to put in there too. And I think they're a good dynamic to sort of like bounce off of the Sonic heroes that we already have, which is Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic himself. And hell, might not even need to have Shadow in this movie. He could be on his own lonesome, figuring out the truth about his like past and all that stuff in a separate movie or show, and is like, oh, he's busy or whatever, and or maybe he makes an appearance post that. I don't know, but I think involving Chaotix would be cool, especially if they somehow convince Jim Carrey to come back again for another Sonic movie. Then this could be like an Ian Flynn comic where they thought they completely defeated Eggman, and then Eggman comes back, and they don't know that it's Eggman until it gets revealed that yes, it is in fact again Eggman. This could be a thing where it's like, oh, well, we thought he was dead, and the whole time they play it out as he is dead for sure, and Chaotix they're the ones that come out as like, no, wait a second, and they're the ones investigating the whole thing. I don't know. I'm spitballing at this point. I'm spitballing. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to see Chaotix in the Sonic movies, or if you want to just move past Chaotix and introduce other people. I do feel like if you're going to have Amy in the movie, I don't necessarily think you need those characters. I get it. But why not? Because then Amy, if you're trying to it depends on which version of Amy they're going to do. If they're going to do what I think, and it's going to be more of like a blend of like the original like Amy that was introduced, and a little bit of the Ian Flynn comic Amy, because the Ian Flynn comic Amy is a little bit more of like a leader. She's more of like a commander, like in charge. Getting people together. I feel like that could be a solid role in this movie to get everyone and be like, hey, we're gonna do this. Because I mean, if you guys don't remember, like in Sonic 3, there wasn't really that much of a leadership, and I think the question became like, who is the leader of the team really? Because you got Knuckles and Sonic going back and forth, and then Tails is just, Tails is the one that's the brains, but just because you have brains doesn't mean you can fully lead, and I think Amy fills that role really, really well. So regardless of whatever happens, I'm excited to see Amy. I'm excited to see what version of Amy they have in this. And I'm excited to see the dynamic with Amy and Sonic. But I just wanted to throw in that tidbit, that little theory, the little possibility that maybe, just maybe, Chaotix might be in Sonic 4. But again, you guys let me know what you guys think about that possibility. Let me know if you would love to see also Cream and Big the Cat. Let me know about all of that. Let me know. I didn't mean to rhyme there. Anyways, I'm rambling, but you sound off in the comment section below. If you reached the video thus far, you already know what to do. I don't think I need to tell you, right? Helps the channel a lot if you hit that button. If you join, which red button. If it's red, you know what to do. So yeah, and this might be my last video just for a little bit on Sonic. I might do Sonic videos here and there. I definitely want to stream the Sonic Frontiers game, and I definitely want to finish that game, so stay tuned for that. And I definitely have other Sonic games that I want to play and do little mini-series here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But it was fun to do like a solid week-long Sonic-filled, content-driven thing on the YouTube. I don't know what to call it, like Sonic Week, I guess. It was fun. I liked it. I liked yapping with you guys, and you guys let me know. I think there were some videos that did pretty well, but you let me know. Anyways, I'm yapping again. Jeez, I don't know how to end a video. I'm ending it. It's over. Bye.